Hey everybody, this is Peter from Giordano's, and today I want to talk about something I get asked a lot about at the store, and that's what are my options for planting bushes in total shade. So this would be, under a tree next to a house, an area that gets fewer than 4 hours of sunlight a day, in some cases maybe total shade and no direct sunlight at all. Now, while it does sound daunting and it does limit your options a little bit, there are still great options for you depending on what you're looking for, what color blooms you're looking for, how big you ultimately want the plant to get at maturity. You still have great options. And today I want to talk about just four of the many options you have if you want to plant a shrub in total shade. Your first option for growing shrubs in the total shade is Skimmia Japonica. Now I'm going to throw what it looks like in full bloom in the corner so you can see. It does get white blooms and red berries, as I'll show you in a second. This gets about 2 feet, 3 feet tall, and about 4 to 5 feet wide, so a little bit wider than it is tall. What separates Skimmia from other shrubs that grow in the shade, not just are the colorful blooms, but also the fragrance it throws out. The blooms are quite fragrant. You don't really see that a lot in shade shrubs. Next up, we have Pieris Japonica Katsura. This shade-loving shrub gets about 5 feet tall and about 5 feet wide, so still on the smaller size. What's unique about this shade lover, and once again, I'm going to put the blooms in the top corner so you can see what it looks like when it's in full bloom. As you can see, it's just starting to bloom. Those are beautiful pink blooms. New growth comes in red, as you can see here. So you have a dark green foliage, you have new growth coming in red, and then you have these beautiful pink flowers. So you really get like 3 colors in one. Stays very compact. It's very versatile. If you end up planting this somewhere where it gets more sun than you'd thought, it can actually adapt to full sun, to part sun, and to pretty much full shade. So this is a great option. Once again, the blooms are fragrant, and it can take the full shade, and it gets about 5 feet by 5 feet. Okay, if you're looking for something that gets a little bit bigger, here's the Akuba Japonica Mr. Goldstrike, also known as the spotted Japanese laurel. Now, I say bigger because, yes, it will eventually get 10 to 12 feet, but it grows so slowly that you can really prune this to your liking. If you want to keep it 4 to 5 feet, 8 feet, 12 feet, whatever you'd like. It gets about 6 to 8 feet wide also. It doesn't bloom, but the Aucuba japonica is known for the foliage. You see here dark green leaves with spotted yellow dots, as well as some cream colorings in there. When you have a shaded dark area, you really want a pop of color, something light, something that will really draw interest into the shaded area. And the Aucuba japonica is perfect for under trees or in a dark corner, and it'll really draw some interest in that shady corner for you. Lastly, we have a form of Euonymus here. This one's called Euonymus Manhattan. Beautiful, like a chartreuse lime sort of green color, like the Aucuba japonica, will really draw interest in a shaded area. This Euonymus gets about 10 feet tall. It really branches out. If you have a lot of shaded area to fill and you don't have a green thumb, this is the plant for you. I have a Euonymus in my yard, a Euonymus Manhattan. It's on the side of a fence. There's ivy near it. It's under a tree. I don't think the soil's great. I don't water it. And still, it thrives. It not just survives, it's happy. So if you don't have a green thumb, if you want something where you plant it once, you don't have to think about it again, definitely consider the Euonymus Euonymus Manhattan. It can take the full shade.